everybody, welcome back to the Huffman house. We're back in the kitchen again. Number one, all the produce is coming in, as you can imagine, from the garden. And number two, it's hot as all get out there. So kitchen days for sure. Get out there in the morning, do the harvest, work in the house when it gets hot. So today I wanted to talk to you about cucumbers. Let's go over some cucumber stuff. You know, most people do the pickling with cucumbers, and that's the most common thing. I do with them also. Now, I have forgotten zucchinis before, or missed them and had this. I've never grown a cucumber this size before. That's got to have some massive seeds in it, I'm sure. That's crazy. Okay, anyway, back to pickles. I'm going to teach you a very easy refrigerator pickle recipe. We tried canning them, did not like the texture after canning them. We have tried buying that stuff you can put them in, that crisper stuff that's supposed to help them stay crispier, and we still didn't like the consistency. So what we do is just a basic refrigerator pickle, and they actually last in the refrigerator for months. And our family loves my pickles, so they don't go bad. I can guarantee you that, even as many as I make. So first thing you want to do is get you some dill, whether you have it fresh or not. This is from my garden. Says you want about 5 sprigs. I don't know, I don't really measure. I kind of just go off of what I think. And as far as dill is concerned, I don't feel like you can have too much in there. So adjust it to your liking for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go about that much right there. All right, then you want about 5 cloves of garlic. Now these, of course, you know, depending on what size your garlic is. So these are pretty good sized cloves here. So I'm just doing 3. And then you just want to either mash them or cut them a little bit so that they open up and we can get all that goodness out of them as they sit. Cucumbers are the dog's favorite things, so I have an audience over here. They just know when I'm cutting cucumbers for some reason. I don't know if it's the smell or the sound, but all right, so we got our fresh dill. We've got our garlic cloves in a quart size, which is what I'm going over with you today. You're gonna do 1 large bay leaf. I do also can in pints for like my mom who can't go through a whole quart. So then I would do like a smaller one. So save your big ones for your quart size. So a bay leaf, and then you're gonna do a tablespoon of salt per quart. This is our adjusted recipe from one that I had used prior to. I like to, we usually make stuff the first time as following the recipe, and then after that we tweak it to how we like it. So we only use 1 tablespoon per quart. Otherwise it was just too salty for us. And then we're gonna do 3 tablespoons of vinegar, and you can do apple cider vinegar or just regular vinegar. That's totally up to you. We do the regular vinegar just because I like the clearness of it when I'm looking at the jars. All right, so again, fresh dill, garlic cloves, 3 to 5 depending on your taste, 1 bay leaf, 1 tablespoon of kosher salt. Do not use table salt. You want to use either kosher salt or something in that realm. And then 3 tablespoons of vinegar. Then depending on how you like your pickles, some people like them thin, some people like them thick. Whatever floats your boat. We kind of like ours a little chunky, so we do ours a little bit chunkier. And we just do ours with the skin on. Of course, that's a preference to you too. If you want to peel them, you can. That's one good thing about this recipe, is you can kind of tweak it to however you want it. So I'm just filling the jar with our cucumbers. And another thing you can do to make it yours is some people like to add black peppercorns. Now, when I'm making it for my sister-in-law and brother-in-law, I put the peppercorns in it because they like it that way. You can also add red pepper flakes, which I might try sometime. I'm getting to where I like red pepper flakes and stuff, so we might just see how that goes. So any, type of additives like that you might want to add for yours, you are more than welcome to. It will not hurt the recipe at all. Again, this is just going to be refrigerator pickles. So there's not going to be any type of canning involved or anything. And like I said, we all really like these, so. All right, so it's pretty well packed as packed can be. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill it up with water up to where it's covering everything. And we have well water, so I am able to use it just from my sink. Just like that. We're just gonna add, now this is one of those times that you can add one of your used lids because you're not canning it or anything, processing it or anything, so you don't really have to worry about using an older lid. That's why I do save my older lids from stuff, if they're in decent condition, is for stuff like this that you're not canning with. So we're gonna mark the date on it, which today is July 7th. So my mom's birthday's tomorrow, and then my husband's will be on Sunday, so that's always a fun time around here. All right, so I got it labeled with the date, and the reason why we're putting that date on there is so that you can make sure they sit for at least a week. You want all that goodness in there, and then just kind of pull them out of the refrigerator every now and then and shake them up, kind of get all that goodness. And that's it, guys. That's an easy breezy lemon squeezy refrigerator pickle recipe right there. And then just set them in the refrigerator. Now, I use this brine for other things too. So this year I pickled cauliflower. I used the exact same brine as I did for my pickles, but I just added cauliflower to it and stuck it in the fridge. I pulled these out on our 4th of July celebration, and everybody really, really liked them. Another thing you can do with them is I add my okra. Ooh. So I'm the only one in the family, well, in the house, because it's just me and Mike, that likes okra. My mom and my daughter do like it. So what I do with those, because you only get a few here and a few there, is I keep a quart-sized jar of the brine in the refrigerator. And as I get my okra, I just stick them in there. So that's a way to use up your okra, and it tastes really good. And I also did dilly beans. I threw some of our fresh green beans in here this year too. Again, it's the same brine. Let's see, I don't even know if there's any left in there. Oh, there is one. Maybe two. If I can get it out. So I just took and used the same brine again. Put our green beans in it. Amazing, so good. Yeah, so that's what I tend to do mostly with my cucumbers. I am trying something new this year, and that is making a tzatziki powder, so that in the winter and stuff, when we want fresh tzatziki, we won't have to buy the cucumber. We'll have the mix right here, and just add. Some people add use it with yogurt. Some people use it with sour cream. I think we do ours with sour cream. So I just dehydrated, and that's what will happen with this one. I'll de-seed it, chop it up, and dehydrate it. I am going to powder some, like I did here, and then I want to leave some chunks in there also. Sorry, I'm still trying to eat this green bean. So that when we make it, it will have some chunks in it. So yeah, that's something new. Smells amazing. And I'll definitely bring you back on that and let you know once we mix them up, because I'm gonna finish getting this full up and then add all the other ingredients to it that's going to make the powder. And then we are going to make up a batch to see how it comes out. So I will definitely bring you along for that. All right, I think that's it, guys, for today. I've got tomatoes going crazy. I've got all kinds of good stuff coming out of the garden. So thanks for joining me, and come back and see me again. Thanks. Bye.